Hello Greebos and welcome back to downloadable content. In today's video I have 9 mods that I need to show you for today's mod showcase. So sit back, relax, and make sure you download these mods. Cheers. First on today's list is a mod by Lilhusky. I'm super grateful for Lilhusky and I'm super thankful that he is still around in U10 updating his mods and working on new ones. So first up we have the time stop spell by Lilhusky. This time stop one, well, yeah, it stops time, but I think you're really going to appreciate it, especially in the dungeon. The time stop spell can be pretty much a meme when you're inside of the dungeon. Well, it's this little red guy up here called time stop. But importantly, in your menu book here at the very top, you can select it and turn off if it has an effect or not. So right now it's disabled. So if I just press it, just that happens, right? But if I turn it on, enable it, and then do it, well, enjoy. Pretty interesting, right? I mean, yeah, it's a meme. I mean, I'm not a fan of that part of it just because if I'm going to play, that's going to be too much. But it puts it in like, you know, like it changes the hue, it desaturates it, but I digress. Here's why it's fun to use inside the dungeon. Do you see that jerk that always sees me? Well, check this out, time freeze. So now, here's what's cool. I can go wherever I want, and this idiot won't see me, like, at all. Like, hey, dude, let's move your head around. He's like, is that a drifter? Hi! So I'll move back over here and make the time restore. And he's just like, yep. No problems at all. So you could really do some fun meme stuff with these guys and, well, you know, I don't think that they're going to notice in the slightest. Poke and restore time. He's like, oh, not a problem. That stuff happens to me every single day. All right, guy, we had enough of you. Up next, we have the Captain America shield by Mr. Insane27. And when I was looking through the mods, there are 2 versions, and they're made by different modders, so I chose this one. And I'm sorry if I chose the wrong one. This one just seemed like it had more features, so I wanted to show you. So let's take a peek. Captain America's shield. Take a look at this Avengers masterpiece. Whoa, those textures on that look pretty good. It's all scratched up from, I don't know, Ultron or something. I don't know. But it looks cool. You can equip it in the right arm. I don't know if you can equip it in the left. I actually haven't tried that. Yes, you can. Obviously. It's pretty sharp on these corners, so you can really stick it into things, into people, you know, do whatever you want to with your heart's content. You could throw it, and it'll stick, and then press the grip for it to come back. So if it's like, hey, take that guy, Avengers, assemble, it will come right back to you. And that is the magic of this one. So even after you've thrown this guy and you still telekinesis something else, you could still press the return button and it comes right back to you. Hey friend, pretty insane, right? I can even be like, oh no, I tossed my shield all the way down over there. What's Captain America gonna do? Nothing, he's gonna recall that one. And you can block pretty much whatever you want with this one. It's a shield, obviously. Tons of blunt damage, and more importantly, it has stabby stab damage, so you're really not going to be disappointed with this Captain Shield. So, moving right along, we have Stronger Punches by Dratius. And I apologize if I said your name wrong. Things like linguistics is a challenge. However, I felt recently that the U10, well, for blunt and punching feels a tiny bit off. So no longer should it feel off. We can now punch better. So rather than do these weak baby punches that U10 gave us, you can now do some really nice, super powerful punches because this is much punchier. So, it really feels like you're actually giving them a nice little, wow, little punch there. So if you want to do some, you know, fun boxing, you can. Knock them out. I don't think so. Put the sword down, jerk. This isn't about you right now. It's about this mod. Yeah, so you're gonna like this new punchy stuff. Up next, we have the KeyBlade by DeadPap. And be nice, I think this one is their first mod. However, rejoice Kingdom Hearts fan, you can finally wield around a KeyBlade. And it doesn't seem like it has any special features other than being, well, a blunty KeyBlade. So let's, you know, knock some brains out with it.
This might be a good spot to find some ingredients.
Okay, Donald, shut up. We now have the KeyBlade, and it clips a little bit, not gonna lie. Perhaps it should have been on the other side of where you grabbed it, but I digress. It's still a KeyBlade. Textures look pretty cool. The specular level is kind of intense. and your chain doesn't do much. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is the guy's first mod, but for a still first mod, the textures and collisions, they work surprisingly well. But let's see how it works against the friend. Hi, friend. Yeah, so you still have some slashy and blunt damage for this one. Oh my god. So I still put this one in the fun to use category. Good for blunt, still 2 hands, and also good for slashing. Up next, I have a mod that was recently brought to my attention, and that is the Mage Katar collection, and it's fun to say it like that, by RuneOracle. There is a lot in this pack, so I might not cover all of it. I'll leave some of that to your imagination, but this has some cool effects and some stabby things. The Magic Katar collection actually has its own category in the book, and because we don't have portable books, make sure you choose which ones you want to bring with you before you enter Greenland. But let's take a peek at some of these ones. Let's spawn this guy. Oh, I opened a draw. No, get out of here, draw. Look at that. When you use the actual trigger, it summons this magic blade. Look how cool that is. Like, I don't even know. Is this magic? Is this energy? I don't know, but it looks freaking amazing when you use it. And then also while holding the spell use button, I can just summon a shield with it as well. You know, this kind of reminds me of something maybe from Halo, but also in Blade and Sorcery, which sounds weird, but I can also do them both at the same time. Look at how cool that is. Whoa. And each one you spawn has its own different parameters as well. So this one is more of like that fire style. So choose your style. Whichever one you want to bring into the dungeon, that is your call. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. I mean, other ones look cooler, but I'm just saying, take your pick and enjoy your time in the dungeon. It's also great for climbing on things too, because this one really just sticks in there. So if you want to climb it in a different way with energy, use the Katar pack. Moving right along, we have the Red Lightning Beam by TasmanianDevil. Originally, I thought this was just going to be a lightning kind of recolor, but no. This is a little bit more than that. It lets you shoot a red lightning beam at people, and it looks dope. I love it. In your spell wheel, the red lightning, well, is red. So if you have some other red spells equipped, just know that this one is also red. So let's select the Red Lightning Beam. So normally this is what your lightning looks like. Choo! I'm lightning. Look at me go. I'm lightninging this guy. Look at this Red Lightning Beam go, and it can straight up slaughter guys. Nope. Also, the Red Lightning works on NBU. Look at that. It's all red and glowing. This guy's very upset now. I like using the Red Lightning one because it looks cool, and I like powers like that I can just be like, long-ranged doom, I am the most powerful sorcerer. So I would definitely add this one to your repertoire. Our penultimate entry on today's list is the Yamato by Jenix. I love this sword and sheath combination. It has a ton of features inside of it. It's like an anime sword. It's a bunch of things. I may still screw up one of the things, but you can yell at me in the comments. Enjoy the Yamato. Oh, the Yamato. This is honestly one of my favorite weapons because it is a sword and it's also a sheath. But more importantly, it has a lot of powers. So let's start with holding still the scabbard or sheath in my left hand. If I, while holding, press the trigger on the left controller, wherever I'm looking, I'm going to shoot like a dagger. So this one, you know, if I was like up here, it's like, take this, seagulls. You can do some really cool stuff with this. Up next, we have the actual sword slicey beam itself. So on the right hand or wherever you're holding the actual sword, hold down the trigger. And when you swing with the trigger, your guy will also fire this epic beam, like wherever it is. And it looks like it got more accurate with U10. So Jenix did a good job updating this one. So for whichever clown you're fighting, well, they're going to have a terrible time when it hits them. Right, friend? So look at that one. The blade itself just shoots a nice energy beam and just chops them up. So even if we have like these multiple dudes, all right, multiple dudes, I'm going to unsheath my blade and give you the beans. Look at that right away. They're done. And if I really want to finish him off, I can from a distance. I said from a distance. From a distance. There you go. Sheath it. You can also do some more anime weeaboo stuff. So while unsheathing it, while holding the spell use button, I can actually now cut through things. So I'm just like chop, 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 chop. And now when I release it and sheath it at this time, he's going to pop everywhere that I've chopped him up. Very anime-like. Apparently also pressing all these while you sheath and unsheath, you're supposed to be able to kill things where you're looking. I have never gotten this to work ever. I don't know if it's me being the dumbest person imaginable, but this doesn't it doesn't work for me. I don't know. And then of course we also have the dash mechanic with it. So while pressing the spell use button when you're holding the scabbard, you could be like dash and just dash wherever you need to go. So if you want to do some Hayabusa stuff, this is how you do some Hayabusa stuff. You can get all around the map with this one. So very cool for the dungeon mode and very cool for different playthroughs that you're looking to do. I strongly recommend using this. Our final entry on today's list is technically 2 separate mods, but it's the same creator and, well, it's really the same theme. It is Holy Light and the Holy Crusade by Schmitto. Both of these ones let you become a weirdo crusader and spawn magic weapons, and there are some maps that come with it that I'm not going to show you the map side of things. I'm just going to show you things like the weapons. And it also gives you an amazing quality of life spell for playing in those dungeons, especially because, well, in the dungeons you can't really heal, but now you can. The Holy Crusade comes with a ton of weapons, 3 maps, and technically 2 spells. Let's take a look at some of the weapons first. So you have things like your holy hammers. I love this one. It's a big crucifix. So I could be like, oh my God, I'm gonna need to, crucify someone. You have this big arse crucifix at your disposal. You have other blunty stuff like maces and whatnot in there. Take your pick from there. I mean, other things are more fun than the other, like this giant hammer, war hammer style. I'm always a fan of blades like your holy swords. There is some really cool looking weapons inside of here. So find out which one's your favorite and make sure you bring your favorite into the dungeon. There's holy spears and holy shields, holy magic, and this category is pretty freaking cool. Get out of here. So because these are staffs, they're supposed to be able to be imbued. And just like the other staffs, they have their own abilities. So I could be like, I'm the Dark Souls guy, fireball, fireball. So, you can do all your normal stuff. And also that should have gravity imbue as well. So you should be able to do a gravity slam. Gravity slam! There's also these light bracers that work as blocking, but you can also imbue them as well and use the spell use button like to cast a fireball with this, like fireball, fireball. So there's a lot of weapons that you get in this pack as well as levels and also some cool spells. Oh man, I'm playing with my swords in a way I shouldn't be. Oops. Oh no, imagine you've just accidentally stabbed or have been stabbed in the dungeon. What sucks about that is there's really no health potions unless you really brought one with you or you're super lucky and the RNG gods love you. So what you can do using the Holy Light spell, go right into it and select Holy Light and just cast it. Oh yeah. Casting it on myself and I can just heal myself. Look at that go all around me. I'm healing myself. It's very cool. You can also imbue weapons with Holy Light and this will give it life steal. So if I was still wounded and fighting, let's fight a guy. All right, so this guy, right? So he's gonna be like, I am the guy. So he hit me. I'm like, oh no, he hit me. This now has lifesteal on it, so I can just steal a lot of his life and be all holier than thou. My other favorite one to do is select the holy weapon right here. So holy weapon. So let's say if I didn't have anything, I just hold down the trigger and I'm like, you want to know what, friend? It's time to abolish evil and just use my holy weapon against him. It's a very powerful longsword, so keep that in mind. I love it. It's very sharp, very cool. And it's just very awesome. And when you stick things into the guys, eventually it will despawn. So you don't have to worry about it just staying there forever. Well, Greebos, what did you think of today's mod showcase? I hope you had a ton of fun. And more importantly, I hope you download these mods because they're fantastic. And hey, if you're new to downloadable content, why not consider subscribing? It's free. All you have to do is, click the subscribe button and join up, and I will greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you hit up all the links in the description. All the mods are docked down below, and moreover, I also have a link to my Discord where you can join up and you can see what mods come out and when for U10. Whew. Other than that, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Rob from Downloadable Content, and well, I'll see you in the next video. I got work to do.